you live all the way out in the boonies?" I asked. "When I met Officer Doris D. Dashel a year ago, I just figured she lived in Willis, like me and Pop." Officer D tapped the steering wheel with her thumbs a few times before answering. "Being a police officer can be stressful, and Three Boulders is a calm place. It's a family-like community." "You must have a huge family," I said. The Nelsons were a huge family. They were my second foster family. They had 7 kids of their own, and they still took me in for 12 whole days. The front door of that house never stayed shut with all those kids. I spent most of my time there parked on the couch in the living room, where they all played video games. I just watched that door open and close. Every time I hoped it was Pop coming to take me home. Officer D shook her head. "The folks in Three Boulders aren't related to me, but I think of them as family. My family was Pop. That's all. Me and Pop. Pop and me. 2 perfectly matched socks. I liked it that way. So did Pop. So these people are sort of like your foster family, I suppose. Have you brought a foster kid to Three Boulders before?" "No, Jane, I have not." "So why did you bring me?" The old truck sank into a pothole and flung me against the door. I winced and held my hand tighter. "Well," she glanced out her side window, maybe digging in her brain for the right words. "I thought since we know each other, you might like being around a familiar face." She dug in her brain again. "And you might like some of the folks here. Does your sort of foster family know I'm coming?" The corner of Officer D's mouth lifted a bit, a cop smile. "Things happened fast last night and this morning, so I only had time to let a few folks know." She sure had that right. About things happening fast, I mean. "I didn't even say goodbye to Pop last night. One minute he was on the kitchen floor with me, holding my arm and mumbling mishmash words, and the next thing I remember, it was morning, and I was propped up in a bendy hospital bed. A nurse wearing purple scrubs was bandaging me up, and Officer D was there, telling me I'd be going home with her that afternoon. Her face was all scrunched up, worried-like. I was only worried about Pop. He had to get better." Worrying made my hand throb even harder. "Those folks you talked to, do they know why I'm coming to Three Boulders with you?" She let out a long exhale before she answered. "Jane, part of being an officer of the law is that I'm required to maintain confidentiality." That was good news to my ears. I knew confidentiality meant you kept your mouth shut and didn't blab. There were certain things I was real confidential about. Officer D was nothing like my past foster people. I couldn't picture her ironing my hoodies and my underwear or offering me extra pink blankets each night like Mrs. DuBois had. But just in case, I did ask her, "Are you going to comb my hair every morning?" "Don't you comb your own hair, Jane?" "Not every day. I only have to comb it once a week after I shower." Officer D laughed at that. "Mrs. DuBois, my last foster person, sat me in her kitchen every morning for 12 whole days and combed and yanked my hair into 2 braids, I explained. Mrs. DuBois was kind of like a hair artist. She showed me pictures of the fancy braided do's she once gave her daughter. Those braids looked like sculptures on the top of her head. I told her that regular braids would be fine for me. I figured having a braided statue might make me tip right over. Besides, my longboard helmet wouldn't fit over the top of a hair sculpture. Officer D laughed again. "Jane, I don't even know how to braid hair." "I bet you don't need to comb yours either," I added. Officer D rubbed her dark, cropped hair and grinned. "That's true." I was actually relieved she didn't comb or braid hair, and that she had all that confidentiality stuff. No one needed to find out anything about me or Pop or my hand. I would stay in this Three Boulders place for the usual 12 days, and then I could go home. Home to Pop